This is the morning of the craziest weekend of my life so far that I have a flight to catch. Let's go.
You know what? Let me throw this girl a challenger.
This is the reason our friendship is intact, because we have a middleman.
Guys, this weekend, welcome to fall season.
This is the morning of the craziest weekend of my life so far that I have a flight to catch. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna make this really fast because I'm about to drive a rental car from JFK to Huntington, New York, which is on Long Island, in pouring down rain. The city has a severe weather warning right now, and roads are being shut down. The city is getting flooded. Everything's going crazy. I have a B12 in my mouth right now because I've been up traveling for 8 hours now, and I need to go paint this wedding. So it's going to take at least an hour to drive over there in pouring down rain. We're gonna use Waze, try to avoid all road shutdowns, all bridges, try to avoid all of that, and I will check in with you guys when I get to the venue.
I went to the doctor, said I'm crazy for your love. Wrote me a prescription, but there's no cure for a crush. All I wanna do is take you home with me. I wanna make a move, but I'm too shy.
Day 2. Let's go to Columbus, Ohio and paint a
I
wedding.
guess I'm falling in love. Baby, you're my rock star, smashing all my guitars. One day I will charge you.
So last night was my 100th wedding that I have ever painted in the past 2.5 years of being a live wedding painter, which was really amazing because I got to paint my 100th wedding in New York, and I never saw myself being an artist, let alone being an artist who gets to paint in New York. However, last night the city was under severe weather and streets were flooding and getting closed off, and it was the first time ever that I decided to rent a car and drive in New York. And it took me over 2 hours to get from JFK to the venue in Long Island because everything was flooding. I drove in water that was over a foot tall, and thankfully my car, the rental car, did not shut down. Today I am painting in Columbus, Ohio. The weather is perfect. It's sunny, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and I get to wear this cute little flowy dress. I found this cute little suburban square where I got a book for the next 4 flights that I'll be on in the next 2 days. Yesterday was the craziest live wedding painting experience I have ever had in my life, which is so funny that it was on my 100th wedding. And today is just a little walk. It's a little stroll. I'm so happy. Let's go paint. I have never woken up at 3 a.m. before, but here we are. My body feels so heavy right now. It's crazy to think that I am waking up at midnight for the time of my destination, and I probably won't be going to bed in 24 hours. We'll see, but it's just crazy. This is crazy.
Smashing all my guitars. One day I will charge you for breaking my heart. You're just like my sport car, driving fast, you go far. When I'm sitting by you, we get high. This song is about you, and my lips are.
Made it to the venue. It is 3:16 p.m. Lake Tahoe time right now, which means it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm at the venue, and on my way I picked up a venti iced shaken espresso. You can tell by the way that I am talking that I'm still a bit tired, but that's okay. I have more energy than I did before the espresso. So to talk a little more about this morning, it was pretty crazy. I had never experienced waking up at 3 a.m. and then doing 3 flights back to back to back. It was the longest morning of my life. I believe a 12-hour morning because I landed in Reno at 12 or 12:30, and then I rented a car, picked up coffee, and headed on my way over here, which took an hour to drive to. So it has been a really, really big travel day. But I think that tonight will be really good. Sometimes you would think it would be really exhausting to work after a 12, 13, 14-hour trip, which it will be a little bit tiring, but I also think it'll just be really nice to sit down and mingle with people. I haven't really talked to people today or this weekend. I think that tonight will go really well, and I get to make some artwork in a beautiful place, which is going to be so lovely. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy that I made it, and I'm happy I'm on my last leg of this crazy adventure of a weekend. So basically what's happening is I am waiting to set up my supplies right now because the weather is really cold and it is raining on and off. So I definitely can't do watercolor guest portraits outside right now. So we're just trying to figure out where to set everyone up in the space that we have indoors. So I'm waiting on that. The ceremony just began. I'm ready to go. And I think this is gonna be a really good night. Let me show you guys around.
This song is about you, and my lips are craving for one kiss, one smile, 2 feet down.
This is the face of a girl who just had the best night's sleep. I had a great night last night painting. I got a, I don't remember if I mentioned this, I got a venti shaken espresso, and it just gave me energy. Like, I was a brand new person after that. So I got all the portraits done last night. It was a beautiful night. And then I got to the hotel and I got some good rest and I slept in. It's 10 a.m. here, which means it's 1 p.m. back on the East Coast where I'm used to. So like, I slept in, and I just picked up some vegan blueberry scones from Whole Foods, and I'm about to grab a coffee from Starbucks, and then I am going to drive around and see these beautiful views because the weather here is just gorgeous, and it's cold and it's below 50 degrees. It's 45 degrees right now, and we have sunny blue, like crisp blue skies and pretty clouds, and it's just so cozy, and I'm just so happy to be here, and I'm so excited over my vegan blueberry scones. I'm just such a happy person. So we're gonna do that before we go catch our flight, maybe 45 minutes until I have to head to the airport. So let's go.
All I wanna do is take you home with me. Wanna make a move, I wanna make a move right out.
All right, it is beautiful up here, but it is hot. We are cooking. Here's the view. It's gonna be great. Just, casually patting off all of the sweat. The amount of sweat that went down my butt in the back of my legs during that ceremony was disgusting.
Oh my god, you look so beautiful.
We are done.
The golden arches. I'm going to do my best to vlog all of this weekend because, oops, locked her out.
Don't lock me out.
I'm gonna do my best to vlog all weekend because Caroline and I have an adventure. Do you want to tell them what we're doing?
We're going to see my puppy.
That is part of what we're doing.
In Virginia.
I have a wedding tonight in Jekyll, and then tomorrow I have a wedding in Keswick, Virginia. I should lock the doors. And Caroline has an aunt in Richmond, so we're staying with her, and Caroline's puppy is in Richmond with her aunt right now. Yes. So she came with me. We have a lot of driving to do this weekend. Caroline and I have never spent 12 hours in a car together. How do you feel about that?
You know, I'm preparing myself.
Some of you guys would kill to see what Tosh paints.
Well, they can take my spot next time.
Taking travel buddy applications. Caroline's the best. We were friends in high school and we've stayed friends this whole time by the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
This weekend's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be
All right, goodbye. TTYL. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. We're about to head out the door of the hotel. We drove 3 hours after the wedding last night. Wedding went so well. But we drove 3 hours north. We're in a random town in South Carolina. And then we are driving this morning to Virginia and then painting this afternoon in Keswick. So very tired, but I feel better than I expected. So that's good. Minus these under eye bags. I also forgot to bring contacts for my left eye. I could have sworn that I took some from each box, but here we are. I have 2 right contacts in both eyes, which is actually working surprisingly well. Like, everything's safe driving wise, so I should be fine, but it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. Let's show them tears.
They're real. It's not for a dramatic effect.
Oh boy, second coffee of the day, and what time is it?
10:56.
Yep.
4 to 11.
Tough.
We have our friends.
I would tell you his name, but it gives you a little bit too much insight into my personal life, so I'm gonna leave that out.
He's honestly been helping us a lot. And look at him, I don't get so stressed about Natasha.
I'm gonna drop Caroline off at her aunt's house in Richmond, and then I'm gonna head to Kelsey where she's staying, and then I'm gonna maybe take a power nap on her couch or something and wash my face and do my makeup.
Sounds like we're really struggling. Like we're
Smile and wave. Look who it is.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
So I just got to Charlottesville. Kelsey was kind enough to let me take a shower in her bathroom and get ready and brush my teeth. Talk about boys. And
Everything.
so we are getting ready and then we'll be out the door in 20 minutes and we're off to the wedding. Kelsey's doing guest portraits and then I'm doing a painting of the couple walking through the vineyard. And it's gonna be really fun. It's always so nice to be with somebody from our team. It's like the biggest treat.
Hello guys, we have made it. We are painting together. This is actually the first time that we've painted together, so we're super excited. And this is the scene.
We're obsessed.
It's beautiful.
You're just like my sport car, driving fast, you go far. When I'm sitting by you.
So I am all set up. I am here doing the watercolor guest portraits, and Natasha is right there getting ready to go because she's painting this beautifulness, and guests are just arriving, so I gotta go. Bye.
All I wanna do is take you home with me. Wanna make a move right on to
Just finished our last what?
Oh my god, we're
both
so tired.
Everything went really well. She killed it. You were the star of the show today.
No.
Everybody was obsessed with those portraits.
Wedding guest portraits are fun because it's instant gratification for the wedding guests, whereas a live wedding painting, they have to be patient, which wedding guests typically aren't patient. We love them, but they're not patient. But everyone loved her painting at the end of the night. I was fangirling. I finally got to see her paint live for the first time in over a year. I know you guys love us painting together, and now you're gonna have to wait till October till it happens again.
Plus Sloan.
Yes, and
It's gonna be so fun, and some special guests.
Can't wait to
Look who's finally driving. Look who's finally driving. She refused this whole time.
That's not true.
I'm kidding. Caroline's driving. We got 4 hours and 48 minutes left. We're making good time. Our friendship is still intact after.
Somehow, some way.
Ooh, did you see that lightning? We're still friends. That's the update. I'll update you guys in probably about 2 hours, and we'll see how we're doing it. We've already showed them Ducky.
Yeah, but our friendship is intact because of him.
Yeah, this is the reason our friendship is intact, because we have a middleman. All right, goodbye. We were in Jacksonville, and if you are a Florida local, you know that Jacksonville is like driving on a NASCAR
Yeah,
thing.
that's a great way to describe it, actually.
Yeah, that's what your boyfriend said.
Oh, that's-
We're driving in Jacksonville, and I was chatting her ear off about something about painting, and I was like, I go,
Which I'm happy to hear about.
she is happy to hear about, but I look at her and I go, am I stressing you out? And she goes,
Yeah, a little bit.
a little bit. So I was like, okay, I'll shut up and I'll tell you later. And then literally, good thing I did, because 2 seconds later, the wheel starts going that way and the car starts going that way.
Oh,
And I literally, the wall was like right there, and I just was looking at the wheel, and I wasn't even paying attention to the wall.
You just said, you're good, you're good, you're good.
This is my car, by the way, my year-and-a-half-old
You're good.
car, brand new. And yeah, I just kept going, you're good, you're good, you're good.
I'm like, yep, yep, yep.
But we're alive to tell the tale. No scratches, no bruises, no boo-boos. We're good. So we're gonna get dinner soon, and then our ETA keeps getting pushed back because of the stupid rain. So we'll be home in probably like 3 hours, maybe, if we're blessed. Close. Okay, TTYL.
All right, so it is Sunday, September 17th. This is my very first Wilmington wedding, and it's at Wrightsville Manor. Unfortunately, the rain is here, and I think it is here to stay. So I am standing under this little bit of tree so I don't get rained on. This is the moment right here that I'm going to be painting. So not actually the ceremony, not the reception, but more of a bridal portrait right here by this secret door with the gas lantern. So super excited.
Can't fall asleep without your arms around me. I guess I'm falling in love. Baby, you're my rock star, smashing all my guitars. One day I will charge you for breaking my heart. You're just like
Hey guys, so it is the day after my Wrightsville Manor wedding, and I'm heading to my favorite place in town, Coastal Massage and Day Spa. I think that monthly massages and just massages in general are completely underrated. My life changed when I started doing them monthly about a year ago. Before, I couldn't make it through wedding season. I was begging my husband for massages almost every single night, and I know that it drove him crazy, and he was such a good sport about it, but it's just not the same as a professional one. So that is one of the first things I did when I moved down here, was found a place to get massages, and I got the membership. So it is going to be an hour, a slice of heaven.
Look who I'm with. Just made me breakfast. Yesterday I had a wedding in Cleveland, and Kelsey had 2 weddings in Cleveland.
Yep.
And maybe we'll update you on those later, but I got to crash here, and now we're having breakfast, going to Michael's, and
Watching The Little Mermaid.
watching Little Mermaid. I want to get them in it. So yeah, it's been fun. Wow. Look how good that looks.
I've had a couple of clothes.
Natasha's finally leaving Cleveland,
The next voyage. Voyons.
and we just painted together.
Goodbye.
Love you. I'll see you in a few weeks. A very special event. All right. Bye, Kelsey. Love you.
Love you. I will. Safe travels. I already miss her. I'm finally in Boise, Idaho. I got in last night around midnight. I had the longest layover in Atlanta, coupled with a delay, so I was there for about 4 hours. The most embarrassing thing happened. The woman next to me was like, "Oh, are you gonna do anything fun while you're here?" I told her I'm in for a wedding, and she said, "Well, there's a lot to see. It's a great town." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure it's similar to Ohio." And she didn't really get it, and she's like, "Ohio, I haven't really been to Ohio much, but how is it similar?" I'm like, "Oh, like just farmland." She's like, "Are you saying that because of the potatoes?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "No, we actually have mountains and rivers." I was looking forward to exploring. I love supporting local, eating local, dining, doing all of that when I'm in town for these weddings, but it is cold and it is rainy and it is a football Saturday, so there is nothing more than I want to do than to snuggle up in my Airbnb bed and watch College Game Day. So I went to the grocery store, I got some soup and bread and fruit, and I'm just gonna kind of hunker down till I need to do what I do best. Oh, and I forgot to say, I got a Challenger from Avis. I didn't pick a Challenger. Like, I always just pick the intermediate cars, but because I rent so much, I'm preferred reaching that status. They're like, "You know what? Let me throw this girl a Challenger." So I'm here at Stone Crossing and it's absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, with the rain, they had to put up a tent and the rest of the evening is going to be inside, but I will be able to capture all of this and remove the tent, so it's going to be great.
Smashing all my guitars. One day I will charge you for breaking my heart.
Count of three, guys. 1, 2, 3.
I can't believe it.
That is so, I don't like.
Natasha and Nicole have a huge event coming up in October. I'm gonna be so busy with the fall wedding season picking up for me, and then I'm also going to Portugal and Italy. So I just started working on unpacking 150 cowgirl hats. And guys, like, it's destroyed my guest room. This entire side of the room was full with boxes up to the ceiling. So working on that, and thinking I'm missing a few, but they said they were going to ship like sporadically throughout the month. So I'm sure I have a few more coming in, but we are so excited for this event. Nicole is going to be painting custom cowgirl hats, and Natasha, Natasha is doing watercolor portraits. So the guests are going to have a lot of customization like opportunities at the wedding. This is super fun. This could also be great at a corporate event, the cowboy hats. We've gotten asked to do them before, but haven't like ever officially booked anything. But yeah, you'll have to wait and see it. Hello, everyone. I am headed to Charleston with my friend Bree, who's hiding from the camera right now. She says she'll be in the videos later. But we are headed to Charleston because I have 2 weddings this weekend. I am painting watercolor portraits tonight at Society Hall in Charleston, which is a beautiful venue. And then tomorrow I am painting a 16 by 20 painting of a cocktail hour. That will be at the Gadsden House. So that's like one of my most popular venues. That and like Lounge Grove, I feel like are where I've been at for years and years. I have the car packed up so full. I'll show them the back of the car. We are dropping off 150 cowboy hats at Nicole's house because we have an event coming up in a few weeks where she will be painting custom cowboy hats to my house and had it all organized for her. So we're dropping those off, and then we're gonna get lunch and go shopping and then get ready for the wedding. Just arrived at my venue for the day. I'm at Society Hall. Bree and I have had a fun afternoon. We got lunch, did a little shopping, and then relaxed in the hotel. She's going out to dinner, but I am getting started with my work for tonight. So I will be doing, like I said, 4 hours of watercolor portraits. I'm working with Haley Kelly, who is an amazing planner. She was my wedding planner, working from 6:45 to 10:45. During the reception, sometimes people start us during the cocktail hour, but tonight just the reception, and it's gonna be more of an intimate group. I've heard they're so sweet, so I'm so excited to be painting for them. I'm just getting set up at my table, and I wanted to kind of share what we are doing today. So I'm doing the watercolor portraits, but today we're doing something different, and I am actually gonna be shipping individually all of the portraits to the guests. Something that we do at Cloud Studio that's super customizable with every client. You know, we can handle the situation differently. This is an event from out of town, so they don't want their guests to have to worry about it being damaged on the way home. So I bought these cardstock envelopes, and they will be labeling it with their name and address. Hello everyone. I'm on my way to Kiowa Island for a lovely wedding. This was the last minute booking. Booked this yesterday. We're doing 2 hours of watercolor portraits. Typically I wouldn't book that little of an amount on a weekend, but it's a Friday and the wedding was, you know, literally the next day. So we figured why not to just go ahead and take it. It's at a beautiful venue. I'll be there tonight, and then I have 1 wedding tomorrow and then 2 on Saturday or Sunday. So definitely stay tuned. I got a facial, and then yesterday I got a haircut because I'm getting wedding ready because my sister is getting married in Italy in 2 weeks, but Michael and I leave on Wednesday. So I have so much to get done for the wedding, packing, but also for the team and Kim. So working on all of that stuff, staying super busy. I probably won't have had a day off in like 3 or 4 weeks by the time we leave. So it'll be a very deserved trip. I just arrived. I am a little bit early, a few minutes, and I don't want to get out of the car yet. I'm just gonna relax. But I did want to share, I'm sure you'll see it on everybody else's Instagram and videos and whatever, but this is like a super busy weekend for us. We're literally spread across the whole country this weekend with multiple artists have multiple weddings. Gabby and I have the craziest schedule for sure. But as far as like the locations that we will be in, let's see if I can remember, Huntington, New York, 3 locations in South Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, Columbus, Ohio, Atlanta, Georgia, Boise, Idaho, and Lake Tahoe, Nevada. So that's our weekend. We have 7 artists, and we can all pretty much like paint at least 1 wedding a day if they're in the same location, but we are bouncing around the country the entire weekend. It's gonna be crazy. So I'm kind of trying to keep up with everybody right now to check to make sure everybody's arrived for the wedding today. Some people don't paint till tomorrow, but they're traveling in today. Some people are flying in day of. It's a little bit different. It really just depends on kind of what everybody's weekly schedule looks like. But we kind of do both, and the flight options, it's always a little bit different. So that is this weekend. Welcome to fall season. At my second event of the 4 event weekend, I'm in Moreland Landing in Palmetto Bluff. This welcome party is about 100 people. I'll show you guys around. It's so pretty. You can see, I guess, my view, or I guess not my view, it's my backdrop. So I'm getting set up and ready for the guests to arrive. They're arriving by boat this way, so I'll be like the first thing that they see. I just arrived at my 3rd venue of the weekend. I am in downtown Charleston. Today I will have 2 weddings. So I'm gonna be basically set up at the ceremony for only 3 hours. So I'm getting there early, and then I'll be there until the like literally right after the ceremony ends, and then I'm gonna pack up and go move locations for a first dance painting.
Hello everyone, I'm out here getting ready to set up for this beautiful Charleston wedding. Friends, please take note that if you're in Charleston, make sure you get gas before you come out here in the country. It's a real thing, it's a real problem. It took me about 20 minutes to finally get gas, but I made it. I'm here for this beautiful setting. I can't wait.